Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Watcher Season 3, Episode 19 we hit today. That's crazy. I'm so glad to be here today. It has been too long, once again, but not as long as last time, so, you know. Anyway, let's get to it. As per tradition, simulating the first week as we pop the rankings up on the screen. The rankings courtesy of @eFanga on Discord. We also have a new fighter debuting tonight. That's going to be exciting. Not on the rankings yet because he hasn't fought anywhere, but, you know, we'll get there. So, I hope you are enjoying these rankings. I'm going to leave them up for a second longer, and then we will jump straight to the important thing that happens. Alright, we are in California for the first fight of the night here tonight, headlined by Daniel Puder versus Brendan Shaw, but on the undercard, there we go. Yep. There we go. On the undercard, we got John Madsen versus Machado McGregor. Machado McGregor, just jump to it. Machado McGregor, a 4-0 record. He is minus 730 favorite. He has won twice in Elite XC so far, but he will be making his third fight tonight against John Madsen from Dolan, South Dakota. I have been to Dolan, South Dakota. I promise you there is not much there. And there's not much there as far as odds for John Madsen as well, bringing his wrestling to bear against the kickboxing of Machado McGregor. Here we go. McGregor, of course, ignores the touch gloves. It's kind of what he does. High right head kick to start the fight. McGregor with a jab and a good right hook. Two fighters trading blows. Jab in the exchange from the Northern Irishman. Crunching right hook now. I'm not sure Madsen hits anything there. Oh, weak tentative jab. We did it. Low kick from McGregor. Two jabs and a great right hook from McGregor again. Two guys, again, just kind of trading leather here. 2.5 minutes into the first. Left and a right from McGregor, though. Absolutely picking him apart with these combos. Missing some of his setup shots, but it seems like he's always landing the one at the end. Left jab and a right cross that lands hard again. Madsen taking his body shots, head shots now. McGregor really picking his spots on where to attack. Vicious right cross, though. Madsen hits the floor unconscious, and that is it. Ladies and gentlemen, 4 minutes and 48 seconds into the very first round. Your winner by knockout punch. Machado McGregor has destroyed John Madsen, who drops to 3-2 on a 2-fight losing streak. Machado, a perfect 5-0 now, with, I believe, all of his fights coming by knockout or TKO, reminding me of a certain jailbird George Joe. So, very impressive from Machado McGregor tonight. Congratulations to him. A little bit of news, Machado McGregor coming to the end of his Elite XC contract. We'll see if he renews. He also has a contract with King of the Cage, of course. 40 days out, apparently took a decent bit of damage somehow. A little bit of news here. Machado McGregor has signed an extension with Elite XC. That is all that has happened. It's not been a very interesting news week, guys. This isn't really save related, but the new UFC heavyweight champion, Frank Mir, has defeated Mike Whitehead after a while after losing the title to Andrei Arlovsky. So, two-time champion now, Frank Mir. And thank God the long national nightmare of Mike Whitehead being the heavyweight champion is over. And a little bit of news here as we start June of 2011. Bobby Braxton has been booked to fight Kazuyuki Fujita at K1 Heroes 38. Kazuyuki Fujita, a 19-10 fighter who sounds familiar, but apparently I'm just imagining it. He has not fought any of our save guys, but he is coming off a trilogy with Semi Schilt. There we go. 19-10, 24th ranked heavyweight in the world, so good for him. Bobby Braxton is 19th ranked heavyweight in the world, 12-4 record, coming off 3 consecutive wins after his loss to Czech Congo. So that'll be a great fight on K1 Heroes 38. That'll be in September, not on this episode, but they will main event over the Kimbo Slice match. Now that's what I call being a draw. But the bigger news tonight, Grease Kumas is coming. The Onion Grease Kumas, just 17 years old. He is a white German heavyweight fighter in his rookie year. He's based in Europe. 0-0 record. His skills are good at striking and markability, and his submissions are average. More comfortable in the ring than in the cage, apparently. But we'll have to see what the Onion Grease Kumas, got to add him to the short list, will be doing with his career. We are delighted to have him. As if you didn't know, that is, of course, our newest Watcher member. So, welcome aboard, Grease Kumas. I will be enjoying saying that for a long time. That was fast. Cage Rage have immediately offered Grease Kumas a contract. So it looks like Grease Lightning will be going ahead and getting a fight here before too long. Earl Mo has been booked to face Tim Hogg at Strikeforce Pettis versus Meringue. That'll be in July. Will be on this show. Oh, Steam, what are you doing? Okay, my bad, guys. Anthony Pettis versus Jesse Meringue will be, of course, headlining with the lightweight title on the line. Tim Hagg versus Earl Mo will be opening up the main card. Great, that'll be in July, like I said, on this episode. And let me see, what do we know? What do we know about Tim here? 6-1 record, coming off a loss to Tony Lopez and then a win over Ron Sparks, while Earl Mo, of course, is a 8-2 record, 2 losses to Ben Rothwell and Shane Carlin, but got back on the winning foot with a Travis Fulton beatdown. That was last year, and he will be ready to fight again this year in just a month or so. So, great. We are in Canto for Pride 69. Todd Duffy versus Ron Francis Jr. That is going to be one heck of a fight. The Irish Car Bomb versus Ron, who doesn't have a nickname. Ron coming off 5 consecutive wins over Chad Griggs, Abe Wagner, Carl Montana, Mark Hunt, and Hidehiko Yoshida. Todd Duffy, 3-2 record so far, losing to Antoine Jaude and Soa Palele. Feels rough for Todd Duffy, honestly, but whatever. Let's get started. Ron Francis Jr. minus 1,200 favorite with that Jiu-Jitsu Sambo mix. Let's get it on. Welcome to Pride 69. Nice. Duffy falls for a fade now. Jabbing a left hook to the body. Duffy hits a crunching right hook on Ron's chin. 4-punch combination from Duffy. Great right hook from Ron Francis Jr. now. Dodging the punch. Francis Jr. shooting in on Duffy. Duffy up against the ropes. Ron Francis Jr. going for that takedown now. Gets side control. Trying to get in the mount now. Doesn't get it, but Duffy gives up the back. Body triangle now, but Francis Jr. can't lock it in. They scramble back to their feet. Ron Francis Jr. going for another takedown. Shoves him up against the ropes, and he's going to try to finish that takedown at the ropes there. Bam. Does it again. Trying for a Kimura out of that. Gets the arm twisted backwards. Duffy pops it out somehow. Stuck under side control there. Ron Francis Jr. going for the mount. Duffy gives up his back again. Can't get his legs around Duffy for that body triangle. They're back feet to feet. Francis Jr. going for another takedown. Up against the ropes again. Going for another takedown. Duffy on the ground again. Goes in straight for the back now. Going for that rear naked choke. Manages to flatten him out. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. After 6 minutes and 57 seconds in round number 1, Ron Francis Jr. has defeated Todd Duffy by rear naked choke. That is his 4th rear naked choke victory of his entire career so far. He got his first 3 in his first 3 career fights, and has not had one since 2007. So it's been a minute. We're happy for him, of course, but it has been a hot minute since he's hit that rear naked choke successfully. Congratulations to Ron Francis Jr. jumping to 9-1 and 6 consecutive victories. Might be time to start looking at bigger and better fights for Ron Francis Jr. here, but. At the end of the day, he is going to celebrate tonight because he has submitted the Irish Car Bomb Todd Duffy. Not quite the same in this universe as he is in ours. I don't know. I don't know if Todd Duffy wasn't a world beater, but I mean, 3-3 start to the career is it's not ideal, you know. Anyway, congratulations to Ron Francis Jr. That is why I love MMA. And here you have it. Greaser Kumas has signed a standard contract with Cage Rage. Now, Cage Rage, notably, not a huge heavyweight division, 13 fighters in it, and at the top of the heap, the undefeated 13-0 George Joe. I mean, what a man. But can Grease Kumas climb the mountain and take down George Joe? We will have to find out. He's not very well known, but that may change. You never know. A little bit of news here as we close out June. Jack Duplessis has been booked to face Seth Petrozelli at Pride 72. Petrozelli previously has not appeared on this show to save, even though I felt like he had. I could just be losing my mind, guys. It's solidly possible. Petrozelli off to a 2-1 start in Pride. That one, though, being his most recent fight, lost to LeVar Johnson. Jack Duplessis, the 11-2 fighter, coming off a loss to Eric Fonga in 13 seconds, and then a win over Soa Palele in 6 minutes or so. So it should be a good fight. Pride 72, that'll be in November. Next episode, co-main eventing. Should be a guaranteed banger. Alright, we are in Texas for UFC 96 on the main card. The fight many of you have been waiting for like 6 weeks now. Alex O'Reilly versus Bruno Guimas, the third viewer versus viewer fight. I am extremely excited for this one, folks. Alex the Maverick O'Reilly, 13-3, takes on the one Bruno Guimas, 9-3 himself. Alex is a heavy but not prohibitive favorite. Bruno coming off of a loss to Kevin Randleman, before that a win over Gan McGee and Sean McCorkle. Alex the Maverick O'Reilly, 13-3, coming off a win over Brandon Vera and a loss to new heavyweight champion Frank Mir. Alex O'Reilly in UFC only lost to the last two heavyweight champions, so he is on a roll. And then before that, George Joe. He only loses to the top class, but it's hard to say that Bruno Guimas isn't top class. 24 years old, equally same size, same height. This could be a good one, folks. Here we go. Without further ado, viewer versus viewer fight number 3. There's the opening bell. A jab and a crunching right hook from Alex O'Reilly. Hits the right hard. Guimas is rocked. Big right hand from O'Reilly. Guimas barely manages to survive the opening minute of this. Right cross from O'Reilly. Guimas gets into the clinch now, though. This is kind of more of his specialty. Trying to pin him up there. O'Reilly backs him up against the cage, though. Guimas now wrestles him around. They're really just wrestling each other back and forth against the cage. Guimas pinning him down now. Close quarters punches. Minute left in the round. Mark Goddard resets. The two fighters clinching now. O'Reilly gets control of the clinch now. Pinning him against the cage. Guimas takes the foot stomp. And that is the end of the round. Both guys maybe a little afraid of the other power there. 3 power punches, 12 jabs to 13 jabs. Definitely an Alex O'Reilly round. He landed with power. We'll have to see what happens in round number 2. Crunching right hook from O'Reilly again. Again, trying that big fiery first minute. Right head kick from O'Reilly. Guimas looking unsteady. Gets clocked. He's down. O'Reilly pounding away. Guimas can't do anything about it. Mark Goddard pulls him away. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by TKO, Alex the Maverick O'Reilly. The first round, not exciting, but in open combat, Alex was just the better man today. He moves to 14-3. Bruno drops to 9-4. Back-to-back losses in the UFC here. Hopefully he doesn't get too discouraged about it. Alex O'Reilly now 1-1 in viewer versus viewer fights, having lost that aforementioned fight to George Joe. And Bruno Guimas joins the losers column. Jack Duplessis also 0-1 in viewer versus viewer fights. But ladies and gentlemen, what a fight. Congratulations to Alex O'Reilly on his victory here tonight. Unfortunately, Bruno Guimas has been cut from the UFC roster. Feels harsh. He went 2-2. He went 2-3 in his time in the promotion. I have no doubt he'll land on his feet and find employment again soon. King of the Cage, he was a former heavyweight champion there. Elite XC, made a brief stop there before jumping to UFC. I don't think he'll be unemployed forever, and hopefully it can get back on his feet. But unfortunately, yeah, Bruno Guimas cut from UFC. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are here in Texas for Strikeforce Pettis versus Meringue 2. Tim Hogg versus Hogg or Haig. I'm going to say Hogg. No, it's Haig. Tim Haig versus Big Sexy Earl Mo. Big Sexy is coming off a decent sized layover here. But Earl, he has not fought since September 2010. It is now July 2011. So it has been a hot minute. But here, Saturday, week 3 of July 2011. Wow. Yeah, he is facing off against 6-1 Tim Haig. Tim Haig, of course, let's see. Yeah, Tim Haig is 670 underdog. Big Sexy, a -850 favorite from Monkey's Eyebrow, Kentucky. His wrestling style and his 6'2" frame are gonna surely will give him victory here against Tim Haig. And here we go. In Strikeforce, 2 men touching gloves, coming forward to engage. Earl Mo moving forward now. This is the 1-2 punch. Earl Mo, crunching right hook from Mo. Mo lost 2 fights in Strikeforce before winning his most recent one. Looking to bounce back here and get a winning streak going again. Haig's looking a little bit hurt. Mo attacking with strikes. Haig 2 left hands. Mo with a jab, missing that big final punch. And nothing doing as we cross the halfway point in the first round. Two fighters coming forward to engage. Big right hand from Mo, just barely misses. Left hook for Haig. Mo still moving forward as always, like counter left hand from Haig. But the feint is... he bit on the feint, and then Mo just missed out both of the follow-up shots. Nice left hand, though. Mo lands a nice right hook to end the first round. Let's check the fight metrics here. 7 jabs and 4 power punches to 5 jabs. Easy Earl Mo win on that one. The Threshing Machine is a pretty great nickname, though, must say. Mo stalks forward, pressuring Haig, confidently stepping into the pocket. He had already had his fight. No, I take that back. Tries for a right hook, can't get it though. Always moving forward, always pressuring. Nice straight right lands hard from Earl Mo. Can't connect with the right hand. Haig scores a great right hook though. Tiring, but that was a great shot. Clean right hand from Earl Mo. Haig getting badly outstrike. A lot of power in his hands, apparently. His corner encouraging him forward. He connects with the left hand there, though. Massive right hook from Earl Mo. Haig's on the floor. Earl Mo going for the ground and pound. Destroying with his heavy shots to the head. Mario Yamasaki does his job and ends the fight. 2 minutes, 42 seconds into round number 2. Just a little under 8 minutes took for Earl Mo to put Team Haig in the ground. He has won now his... Earl Mo has won 7 fights. 7 fights with Strikeforce and is 9-2 overall. Strikeforce is this man's home for sure. Former heavyweight champion as well before losing to Ben Rothwell, and now on a 2-fight winning streak once again. So he works to make his way back from a temporary losing streak. That is the 3rd TKO win for Earl Mo in his career, but also his 2nd in a row. So apparently he's picked up just a little bit of power in his comeback bid to get to the top of the heap once again. But congratulations to Earl Mo. He is moved on to 9-2. Actually, this is really interesting. Earl Mo calls out Ben Rothwell for a rematch, which is one of his 2 career losses. He wants that Ben Rothwell rematch. I would love to see them give it to him, but we'll see what happens. Anderson has been booked on a local show. He's going to be facing Analu Brash. Or Brash. I'm going to go with Brash. Brash having beat a local fighter his last time out. A King of the Cage reject, so to speak. They will be fighting in August 2011. That will be on this show. Oh, here it is. The redemption. Anderson has been offered a contract with Elite XC. His first time out, he beat Mario Rinaldi, then lost, and then beat Prince McLean, but then got released. For some reason. Not really sure why that happened. January 2009 he departed, but he is looking to make a return and is technically undefeated in Strikeforce, so hey, why not? Little more news. Anderson has signed a contract with Elite XC. Will complete his fight on the American local show, and then we'll be moving to Elite XC, not Strikeforce like I just said, because I'm an idiot. Now this is some news. Here we go. We got Eric Fonga versus Fabrizio Verdum at Pride Bushido 15. Awesome. Fonga versus Verdum is going to be an absolute banger. Fonga is coming off a tough submission loss to big Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. 3 wins before that. Tough loss to Caratona before that. 3 wins before that. You know, we all know who Fonga is at this point. 10-4 record. Former Rookie Fighter of the Year. Be facing off with Fabrizio Verdum. 14-3-1. His 3 losses coming to Fedor, and Antonio Rodrigo. So, big fight for both of our guys here. This is going to be awesome. I'm very excited for that. That'll be taking place in January 2012. It's too far away. It's frustrating. But now you know. Fonga versus Verdum. George Joe is going to be facing Tiago Big Monster at Cage Rage 41. Having beat Tiago one fight before. Tiago beat Marcus Rodrigo de Lima in 1 minute and 23 seconds to earn himself a fight here. Maybe we'll see if he can last more than 2 minutes against the champ here. George Joe's kind of cleaned out his division, so I guess rematch with Tiago Big Monster Silva it is. thought it was Silver was his last name, maybe not. On the same card, Grease Kumas is being booked to face Scott Wright. Scott Wright, a 5-4 fighter, about 17 years older, than Grease Kumas, but he will be taking on Grease Kumas. No indie fights for Grease. Grease is going straight to a proper heavyweight here. Cage 41. Let's just take a quick peek. Oh, look, they're the only prelim fight. Grease Kumas, enormous favorite in this one. Just colossal, so should be fun. Anyway, that is our first fight confirmed for him. Cage 41, October 2011. That'll be on the next episode. The big episode, the episode 20, which we are undoubtedly excited for. Yeah, for the last fight of the night on this colossal show. This is what a crazy show. Bob Sapp is on here. See, are there any other names we know? Max Griffin, Antonio McKee, Yves Edwards. It's kind of wild. Assume this is after his title reign. I guess he wouldn't have. He did get the title reign here, but anyway, big fight. But opening fight on the main card. The veteran at this point, Anderson versus a person named Anna Lou Brosh. I'm calling him Brosh because he's Hawaiian. It just feels like a thing I should do. I don't know, man. Let's get started with the fight before I say something offensive to somebody. Muay Thai kickboxing style of Anderson versus the wrestling style of Anna Lou Brosh. 5-4 versus 7-5. Some journeyman for here for sure. Left hand. Anderson forcing exchange of strikes. Brosh with counter left. Anderson misses with 2 strikes. Brosh missing with a counter jab now. Right cross from Anderson. Brosh going for the takedown here. 1.5 minutes in. Anderson's got a pull guard. Brosh hitting some small strikes. Anderson trying to snag an arm though. Brosh blocks it. Won with an Americana in under a minute. Anderson did in his last fight. Anderson trying for that arm again from the bottom. Cuts the armbar and no choice but to tap. Anderson defeats Anna Lou Brosh. You're a winner via an armbar. His first armbar of his career as a professional fighter. I mean, listen, he's not like great at fighting, right? We can all acknowledge that Anderson is in fact not a great fighter, and it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. However, he does have the most insane variety of submission wins. Like, all right, let's take a quick peek at his record here. Okay, his first fight he won with an arm triangle, and then he's also won with a Kimura, Americana, and an armbar. He's also lost via Kimura, armbar, and Americana. Like, he's a trivia question. Anyway, good fight for Anderson. Congratulations to him, moving to 8-5 in his career. Sort of respectable on his way back into Elite XC. Best of luck to him as always. Alright, no real news as we end the month, but next episode will be episode 20, which will be an awesome one. We're going to be doing all kinds of stuff, so if you have something that you are interested in us doing for episode 20, let us know in the Discord. And by us, I mean me, because I'm the only one who runs this show. Just let me know in the Discord, and we will see if we can make it happen. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. Sorry it took so long. I will get one out next week. Thanks. See you next time.